How's it going, everybody? It's good to see y'all back again. Generational Gamers, different room, same people. Appreciate you for stopping by, Derek, again. Today, we're going to kind of start out talking about one of my favorite franchises ever, if not my most favorite franchise ever, Halo. Sure. Kind of ended the last pod off talking about, one of the sickest collabs I could see with it coming to Xbox is Helldivers in Halo. August 26th is the fall of Reach in Halo Reach, August 26th.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I think 2552, one of the hundreds of years in the future. Halo Reach, our Reach falls, I believe, on August 26th, 2552. It's TikTok I saw. Correct me if I'm wrong. I thought it was crazy though. So
may not be a coincidence. But
at the same time, we haven't had like a major update for Helldivers in recent time. They've been doing a lot of the seasonal season passes, and it's a live service. So we're getting different updates and orders and stuff. Last big thing that happened, President died in Helldivers 2.
No, he went on like a champ.
He did go out like a champ though. The videos are sick. So one of those where I think Helldivers has a lot of opportunity with it. But more general, our conversation about what we think is possible with Halo. Obviously, you have so much ammo now at this point. You've got hundreds of books written. You've got a decent amount of time since Infinite came out.
Yeah.
So yeah, give us your few ideas or whatever, your contemplation of what can happen with Halo, especially being in the gaming world. I mean, you saw how I saw as a consumer how popular it really was. As a consumer, you were a consumer, but you also worked in the industry. So was it different? Was the perception like, man, Halo's going to take off, or was it like, it's kind of dropping?
At birth with Halo Combat Evolved, you were talking about the first time we saw ragdoll effects in gaming really being taken advantage of, right? And of course, it was something that really shined and made the Xbox console highlight. I gotta have an Xbox because I'm playing Halo. And of course, when you go back to that Halo Combat Evolved experience, the cooperative experience in that was breathtaking. And then, of course, narratively, I think it's a little underrated in the sense that when you go on that journey, especially cooperatively back in the day, and your pilot dies, right? It's emotional, okay? And so when it was first launched, the anticipation for more was all we wanted, right? And then of course, if you've played the campaign, then you go into playing the campaign cooperatively is the real experience.
Yeah.
And then the multiplayer was more or less some really tantalizing dessert.
Yeah.
Like, great dessert.
I was saying basic. It wasn't like they were trying to reinvent the wheel with multiplayer, but it was one of those first. I don't necessarily know because I was fairly young when it came out.
Sure.
But for me, I feel like even growing up, all I've ever heard is like the multiplayer wasn't like ridiculous in the sense of like now, but like at the time, like you were playing against online people. That was not something that was just easily attained. Like,
and we appreciated online then more. Right. And it was very new.
Yeah.
And of course, what also propelled you into that multiplayer experience was you just got out of this campaign and your nerves and your senses and excitement are just popping on all cylinders. You're just mad, super triggered, and you're excited. Nowadays, when a game is sold with, let's say, a single player campaign and multiplayer, like half the audience that plays COD don't even play the campaign.
Yeah, at all.
Right. I mean, that's probably why one of the decisions that EA made with Battlefield 2042 was to just offer a multiplayer experience.
Yeah.
If you're going to do that, the price tag should reflect that.
Yeah, correct.
In my
Yes, exactly.
opinion.
Yeah.
But back to Halo. So Halo, man, it was one of those things where it revolutionized shooters.
Yeah.
Right. And unfortunately, today, it's really in a bad state.
Yeah, I feel like it's still trying to do the same thing. Like
that's the problem.
The formula, we talked about it before. Formula really hasn't changed. We're 7 games deep, basically.
It hasn't changed, and that was the problem.
And I think it's interesting because for me, growing up, again, they went from the first Halo 2, you could dual wield, and then Halo 3, you got to be, there was an extended period of time between kind of when 2 was released, when 3 was released, and then obviously from 3 to 4 is an even more, even longer extended time of no release. But for me, it was interesting because I thought, even from 3 to 4, like I love 1, 2, and 3. I thought 3 to 4,
the best.
Like the hype around 3 to 4 was massive because all of us who grew up playing 1, 2, 3 were so excited to have 4 because we were all a little bit older. Like it was one of those where we were just excited. Right. And I didn't think it like dropped the ball, but I don't really remember what I expected either. Because to me, like the 4th game isn't terrible.
No, not at all. The 4th game, no.
But the 5th one, I was like,
Guardians.
To be fair, Halo 5 Warzone, the multiplayer game mode in Halo 5, one of my favorite game modes.
Solid game mode.
Ever.
Yeah, I agree.
And then immediately took it away. I don't really know why. I never heard anything bad about it. But to me, it was interesting because I think as a kid growing up, I didn't need the format to change. Halo 3, I thought, we just had like a good kind of wrap up on the story. Like, I honestly never thought we were going to. When Halo 3 finished, I didn't think we were ever going to get another Halo. Like, I was like, yeah, really? Halo 1, 2, 3. I just thought like kind of at the time, like to me, they had wrapped it up. The whole point was ship got cut in half. We've lost Chief. He's saved humanity. We're done. We don't need to do anything else.
Sure.
And then 4, it just felt like 4 and 5.
Forced?
More or less just like, the story didn't necessarily like change. Yes, you were going onto a shield world and stuff.
Right.
But it just was like, yeah, new enemy that wants to kill you, you must kill. And then Cortana's going rampant. So it just didn't feel like there was massive difference in the story because we also heard about the rampancy in 3 because she's acting weird after she's with the Flood Hive Mind, or the Flood Grave Mind, you can tell that she's already kind of effed up in some way.
Sure.
So it just kind of felt like more different, more than anything. Like, I don't think it was bad. But again, I think we got to a spot with it where they haven't changed a lot. And I thought Infinite, I was fine with because it's always been semi-open world.
Sure.
The way that Halo's, even Combat Evolved, like I think it's the second mission when you crash land from the drop pod.
It feels a little open.
Yeah, it's just a big map. Like there's nothing going on. There's nothing happening. But again, when Combat Evolved came out, it was like, damn, look at this.
The vast.
This is a big ass area. I can go walk wherever I want.
And
like
that mattered then.
And then there were pieces of it that you could go and find other, like in that same mission, you're driving to new spots to find
for the day,
NPCs that are already there. It was crazy.
Yes.
So to me, which again, I've always been more in that, linear story driven type of thing. Sure. I don't need all of the backwards bullshit of like a lot of games. Like I liked when BO1 and BO2, and like especially in a shooter, like I don't really need the back and forth like RPG style thing.
For sure.
And like when BO1 and BO2 had the different endings and all that type of stuff, I was fine with that when you had to go and do all those different things in COD. But I've always enjoyed the linear style. And I feel like they just did the linear style. I think it was not necessarily for too long. Yeah. Because then Infinite, I thought was going to be a great intro into like we're doing open world.
I did too.
And it was like, okay, cool. Like they're changing it. They're accepting the open world type of stuff and they're going to, I thought they were going to revolutionize it like Halo Combat Evolved did to shooters. They were going to do with a shooter that was open world. Because what other open world shooters are there?
Open world shooters?
Like MW3? The new MW3?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, I don't think...
Drop in the comments open world shooters you guys know of. Because most of them are like RPG.
I remember blank, but more or less they're straightforward linear experiences.
Yeah. And again, maybe that's what makes sense. Maybe they don't need to do the... open world, but
for me, I think that's a good idea to play with as far as an open world shooter. But there needs to be nowadays. It's not good, I don't think, for a developer to offer a game that just has a bullet point list of objectives. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a great example of this, doing it the wrong way.
Yeah,
you pull back at that Assassin's Creed Odyssey map, and you're like,
yeah, that and Valhalla.
Sorry, I have a full-time job. I mean, how am I going to get around in Valhalla? It just becomes
Valhalla was crazy for me.
It's like fetch quests.
Anyway, in fetch quests across the map, we were like, holy shit.
And then it's like, where's the meaning, right? And of course, thank God for games like, and we mentioned this before, The Witcher, where if there are side quests, we're again talking about open world experiences, they have substance and meaning and emotional tugging that's like, okay, that was worthwhile.
And one of the things that I think separates good open world games from bad ones is like Death Stranding.
Oh my God.
You have all of these side orders you can do, but 99% of the time, if you just wait on one, you'll get a primary mission that takes you to where a side quest goes.
Exactly.
And you can do it on the way. Or even if it's not to the exact same spot. Witcher 3 does a ton of... Witcher 3 just has so many quests that like...
It does.
I mean, I just remember going to every board and just like accepting every single one.
You know they're going to be money.
And I knew, and then I knew that I would, at some point, like I would just look at it as I was going from one mission to the next and be like, oh, I can do this mission real quick. Like,
exactly.
And they're not exceedingly long. They're the right amount of time. Like, which again is difficult because... Like Witcher 3 is cream of the crop. Like it is not. There is no. Yeah. It's tough for me to like reference it, but to me, like that's what can make good and bad ones. Even if you don't do it well, Skyrim's a good one. The Bethesda games in general, like Oblivion struggles a little bit with it because they're so main. Like the missions are so main city based that like it can be tough because there's not a lot of like go out, come back, go out, come back. Like they do a lot of that. Whereas in like Skyrim, you can just hop into, like, I count the different places as side quests. You just hop in a cave, clear out the cave, find some lore. Okay, sick, I'm out of here. I keep going to my mission. Even at the beginning of the game, when you leave the keep, after Alduin destroys it, there's a cave that like 90 on your way to Riverwood. Riverwood, I think is the name of the city. Coming from Helgen, you have to go to Riverwood to talk to the people and then that's how you get the claw one.
Yeah.
90% of the people go into this cave that you cross. You fight wolves and you go into this cave. It's just 99% of players do that.
Right.
I don't know why, but that type of style, like quote unquote, it's a linear, to me, like that brings the linear style.
But it's how the narrative design has been integrated into it that gives it that purpose and meaning, right? So where saying linear, it's like it's so beyond forgiving, because it's about the experience, right? And I think too, most shooters by nature, they really shouldn't go that route, unless they've hired a real true game designer that knows what he's doing from a narrative standpoint, right? Because narratively, it matters. Open world games, right? But with Halo, for me, my ambitions or my desires in the Department of Ambitions for Halo were more so centered around the combat and the carnage and things being more visceral, things being more alarming, things being a little bit more out of character of a Halo experience. So, you have Bungie, and then of course the reins are given to 343 Industries, right?
Yeah, which is now Halo Studios. Which is interesting too.
Yeah, and for me, it's like, okay, so back to what you said about Halo Infinite, right? Open world, okay, somewhat open world, invisible walls, okay, cool. The game launches and there's this impression that it's open world, but it's not. And they were honest about that. They give us a grapple hook. I was a bit offended, only because it's just a grapple hook. And then you launch a Halo game that doesn't have cooperative play. Like, what are we doing?
It was interesting because they went against like everything. It felt like
it's against the whole culture of Halo.
What got them to be popular more than thing. Even if you don't like Halo 4 and 5 story wise, they still play really well. Like
smooth, but good shooting experience.
And you can go through a mission and be like, yeah, that was a sick mission, bro. The cutscenes are ridiculous in 4 and 5. Oh my god, dude!
The visual fidelity
down the mountain in 5. I think it's 5. Yeah, because I think it's Locke's group or whatever. Yeah,
bro,
it's just. Yeah, dude, it's you're like, oh, okay.
This is unbelievable.
Which is interesting because then they didn't have the co-op feel. And like the co-op feel in 5 is cool because you get to be other Spartans. Like
they gave you like the ability as Locke to tell your characters where to go, shoot this way. And they gave, but it was in fact, Guardians felt very linear.
It did, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
It felt linear. But for me,
it was like a different conversation, but it's like the marketing for 5. I was so excited for Locke and Chief to fight, and then it was a 20-second fight, and they didn't give a shit about it.
I mean, plus Locke didn't want that smoke.
No, he did not.
Johnny no jump.
People are like, oh, Locke's a new Spartan. I'm like, yeah, Chief fucked up an entire species of people, bro.
Stop, bro. Like Kratos versus another. Like, come on, man. Like,
it's Kratos and Baldur, bro. Like it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
This dude was too heavy. But for me with Halo, man, I wanted 343 Industries to take Halo and not play it safe.
Yeah.
They took Halo, in my personal opinion, and they played it safe by saying, okay, it's going to look the same. It's going to feel the same. We want to give Halo its same essence, respect. But at the same time, when you look around at the industry of games, that's why as developers, I love when developers take chances to take ideas from other great developers and they just kind of turn great ideas on their head and make it more original for their IP. For example, something as simple as destructible environments within the Halo universe. Instead of it being, an explosion of a grenade, I wanted to be a small little crater because if you see a grunt soldier and then an ODST and then you see a Spartan, it's like the 3 different species.
Yeah.
Right?
Again, we've had this conversation. He's called Demon for a reason, bro.
He's not. And so, okay, to that point, beautiful. I'm glad you said that, JB. When you're fighting in Halo, Master Chief is considered a demon by the enemies. The Covenant swears he's a demon.
Scared. The grunts, an entire species is scared of the guy.
Terrified. But here's the thing. When you play the game, if you call me a demon and I'm wielding my blades of chaos as Kratos, I get it.
Yeah.
The savagery by which...
Yeah, God killer, bro.
So, it's a demon. It feels that way. With Master Chief, he's not doing things like gouging your eyes out, grabbing you and twisting your head and, like stepping on you like the Slayer.
Punching through you, any of that type of stuff.
which is what I think the series needs.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not saying be a Slayer Doom clone. I'm saying, because when you look at Halo and John, he represents a warrior of integrity for the human race.
Yeah.
Right.
Efficiency.
He's efficient.
Whatever gets it done, get the mission done.
Right. He's almost, I don't want to say on the spectrum, but he has a very black and white approach to things.
Yeah.
But when you look at his relationship with Cortana, you see
the humanity with him still.
Exactly.
And that's the whole point of his character.
Exactly. And that's beautiful writing.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah, exactly. And Infinite, I think, did an interesting, my bad, not to cut you off. No. Infinite was pushing more in that direction of like, he no longer has Cortana, so he no longer feels that humanity all the time. Mm-hmm. So now he's trying to feel that with a new AI, with a pilot. Like it felt like Infinite was kind of trying to push that envelope of, is he now feeling a little bit more like he feels lost, like a piece of him is dead, and he's never felt like that before because he's never been as closely integrated with quote unquote an individual like Cortana.
Right. To me, that's a good point, man.
To me, I don't think that means like I think having destructible environments, having him be able to do just like when people post those videos and it's like lore accurate Kratos, and it's like they've spent, they're in a firefight and they've spent hours perfecting like this sequence of killing and stuff. I want that smooth feel of punching a grunt to killing an elite to punching a hunter to jumping up in the air, catching like, bro, in the books, it is
savagery.
It's crazy. Like, and again, he's efficient. He gives out one-word orders. He's telling you where to go. He's telling dudes like, I can't remember which book it is, but he's telling like the guys, like when they first start deploying Spartans and start deploying John 117's team to planets to try and help against the Covenant.
Sure.
The like people on the planet they've only heard of the Spartan program.
Never seen them before. Sure.
They come down and like Chief and them come down and he's just telling those people like, yeah, like where's the problem? Over in that city, there's this, they're doing this.
Yes.
All right, sounds good. Carnage. Oh, do you want anybody to come with you? No, it's fine. Like, no, I don't need anybody. And it's like, again, as a regular human,
right? If
it was in today's time, you'd be like, holy shit. And then they come back. Yeah. Like it's not that they just go in and die and come back. Like, no, they go in. Right. It's an hour, 2 hours of an operation. Right. And then they come back and you're like, oh, you guys are retreating. And they're like, no,
it's just done.
Why we wouldn't have retreated. We would have died before we retreated. And they're like,
right,
what do you mean? Like they're glassing the planet. The planet is dying. Like, so to me, I feel like I need, like you said, I need more. And again, like Infinite took out assassinations. One of the craziest decisions I've ever seen in a game is taking out assassinations because it had become like it is one of the coolest. Halo assassinations are some of the coolest assassinations in all of games. Sure, and there's so many of like. So to me, that feeling of an assassination, like bro, when you get one in multiplayer, bro, and I've gotten killed by them. Like shit, that shit was dope. I can't believe I just got assassinated, bro. Like And to me,
it don't feel good.
And those guys, the motherfuckers in the fucking multiplayer are chief. Like, tell me how I'm not able to do these assassinations in Infinite when we're the most seasoned we've been. I mean, he'd be more pissed off than ever because Atriox beat him. Like, you'd be more livid than ever. Like, yes, he might be feeling humanity is like leaving or he's sad or whatever. But his main directive has not changed. He is still the same individual. No. He's still been beaten since a kid, or not beaten since he's a kid. That sounds terrible. But he's had it beaten into his mind.
Sure.
It doesn't matter how you feel, Chief. I don't give a fuck how you feel, Chief.
Right.
The Banished are trying to kill humanity, and they didn't partner with Cortana because they think they can beat Cortana. No, you need to take care of the Banished, which again he does. At the end of it, he does and stuff. Right. But it doesn't feel like they've made any movement in the direction of like, and even just go make a different game. If you don't want to follow Chief anymore because you feel like you're stuck with it, then make a different Halo game, bro. Make one based around some other Spartan. Like there's books and books about missions undertaken by Spartans. Missions that John's been on that we've never seen. They've just been in books.
Sure.
Dude, I don't even know. Give us a RTS of Halo enemies, bro. Where I'm doing real-time strategy against the Covenant. Give me an entire space game based around Halo. Okay. We've seen all the vehicles and stuff. We've seen all that thing. Like we've heard in books, there's so much innovation that occurs in the books because of the need to evolve because of this impending destruction.
Yes.
And it doesn't feel like Halo has had that same urgency through any of the games for the most part.
They play it safe, man. They've been playing it very safe. And I think all the points you're making are valid, JB, because, you know, it's an attempt at potentially trying to push the needle, right? I love the idea of pivoting from Master Chief if you're going to keep him as this wholesome warrior, but you're calling him a demon from his enemies. So I don't know how wholesome he is.
Yeah.
I want visceral
Halo
experience.
Yeah, I want a Metal Gear Rising Revengeance Halo.
That's what I want.
Helldivers Halo. I want Battlefield and Halo X collab. Like,
for example, when you look at some of the Spartans and their outfits, right? They can change them up and, you know, different helmets, whatnot. But not to take a page out of the Predator book, but what if, I mean, you're going from planet to planet and Halos to, I mean, you're just fighting so many different enemies. Are there any trophies involved? Are you hanging a head like the Predator of skulls?
Yeah. Are there Spartans that have gone fully AWOL?
Are there
fully AWOL? Groups of Spartans that are just fully AWOL that are just fucking up shit.
And they're just crushing things. They're not taking orders because of the risks and what's at stake.
And to me, like that type, like that's a great idea. Because to me, take that ability of what a Spartan can do, put it in a guy who hates humanity, and make that a game. Show me what a Spartan can do when he doesn't give a shit about the people who made him. Like, like you take again to me, you don't even have to make it lore. I don't give a shit if it's not lore accurate, bro. If you're like, yeah, hey, we're trying something so different.
Yeah.
We're going to create this is a different timeline.
Different lane.
Covenant were eliminated or what? Covenant got scared. Or you just go, hey.
Within the same universe as Master Chief. Continue.
And I don't even know if you'd have to do that. You could just you could just go like, it's I don't know, like multiverse. It's a different timeline where the Spartan program got out of hand. They all turned into mad killing machines of humans. They didn't care anything about the orders they were given.
Yeah.
Now we have AWOL Spartans who are villains.
I like AWOL Spartan. I like the concept because when you consider how the Spartans were made and the sacrifices of those, I mean, if you got through the Spartan training program, that was just by the grace of God.
Yeah.
Because they were killing off children.
Yeah. There's a reason Cortana says Chief's greatest quality is that he has luck.
Literally. That's right. So what about the guys or women, Spartans, right? That feels like their humanity was stolen.
Yeah.
Because of the Spartan program.
Yeah, because of Halsey, because of whatever, because of Oni.
And for whatever reason, you know, they've gone rogue, but there's still a level of integrity with them.
Correct. Yeah, exactly. You still have the military integrity of them.
Right.
Because they've had it beat into them.
But they're just like, listen, I'm not beating the path of these orders. And where I find problems, I'm solving them.
Yeah.
By any means necessary.
Yeah.
And I love the idea of there being a Master Chief that encounters that.
Could you imagine a Master Chief that's AWOL?
Okay.
Flip the multiverse?
Okay. If there's a Master Chief that goes AWOL or somebody equivalent to his abilities.
Okay? Actually equivalent, not Locke.
No, equivalent. And there's a situation where I love narrative designs by which you don't make one superior, but you make the encounter so brutal that in its conclusion, there's an agreement to disagree, but there's a high level of respect between both combatants. And
imagine like, never mind, you finish your point.
No. Imagine what?
In my head, like you could just, the amount of physical prowess within Spartans, you could make a like Sifu, make a Sifu Halo game where it's straight melee because you know that they are physically built to F. So there's in the books, there are stories of Chief, like, I can't remember which book. It's the same book.
It's been several books.
Where Chief, it might be Fall of Reach.
So what did you do? I only read one
Chief
book.
Chief is going through the program. They're all older now.
Okay.
So it's like the groups that the group of them have survived. Now they're on Reach. And Chief there are individuals like Dead Drop Trooper, they're ODST troopers that are like the cream de crop ODST troopers. Okay?
But they're not Spartans.
They're not Spartans,
right.
But they find Chief in a ring. They find John in a ring training. He's like boxing, like practicing cardio in a boxing ring.
Okay.
And they walk in and they're like, yeah, we're going to beat the shit out of you or whatever.
They send it to John?
Yeah. And he's like in the ring training because he's not he hadn't finished the last. I think it's like right before he finishes the last.
Bigger though.
In like, but I think this ODST trooper was either like a Spartan dropout or something. Like he was also massive, but he was an ODST.
Okay.
And the point of the story in the book is to show like that Chief does not like Chief.
There's a difference.
Yeah, and he walks in the ring. The guy in the ODST's buddy, it's like two of them. The one guy's like, hey, don't fight. Like, dude, don't F with him, bro. He's going to F you up. Different like, level, and the other guy's like, no, dude, I used to be a Spartan X, Y, and Z, whatever it is. I don't remember if that's exactly the story, but he's a massive individual as well, like John. And John hadn't even, this is before John has undergone the final edited pieces of his body. And at this point in the book, it's where like Halsey is deciding like, and Oni are deciding like, all right, can we have these guys? Like John like
thrashes this kid.
Yeah. Like,
did he kill him?
I don't think he does, but like
beat him within an inch of his life.
And not like his mission directive in his brain goes from, I think the guy like grabs a metal pole or something, like breaks it off the wall and walks in with it and is like, yeah, I think he says, I'm going to kill you, John. Or I'm going to kill you. And then John's brain snaps into, well, I have to kill you then to eliminate the problem because that's what my mission directive is. And it is like
absolute.
Yeah, breaks both his legs, puts him in the wall, breaks his nose, breaks his jaw, breaks his ribs. Like that Sherlock Holmes little edit when it's in slow-mo, like that type. Because then that's what it is. It's after John has gotten the final things and he's like starting to realize like his enhanced
formidable
his enhanced senses. Like he's training in the cardio and he's like moving so fast that he's like in slow motion. And he's like, weird, like I feel, he can tell something is different.
See,
so then this guy comes in and he's like John doesn't even try and F's him up.
Okay.
Show me that John.
Wow, bro.
That can walk up to an elite and just beat the shit out of it, bro.
See, as you're explaining that, JB, like I can see that.
Yeah.
Bro, like today's game technology and how to make games, bro, like, it doesn't have to be as detailed as you explained.
Yeah.
But it gives us an understanding.
That's safe for books.
Yeah, I mean, hell, it's 2025, 26, 27. Like nowadays, for the younger gamers, the casual, if you want to introduce them to Halo, we have so much data on Halo.
Yeah.
Our nostalgia bias is through the roof.
I still go play Master Chief Collection.
Like, right? But to somebody today in high school, the Master Chief Collection, and so what?
You're like, oh, I love Chief.
Yeah, but
that's it.
But that's it. You don't understand his origin. And a good origin story every once in a while is always good to tell.
Yeah.
But you have to tell it according to the times and what is necessary, I'm going to say. I don't like for things to be played safe, right? I don't like for things to be played safe.
And not like this.
No, man. Like even if I prefer to be Master Chief, but I do love your brilliant idea in it being a rogue spear, a rogue Spartan, if you will, right? That is like off the beaten path. He's off the reservation, and
for whatever reason, maybe he got discharged by Oni, went off, like what?
But the game shows a very tactical, a very Halo,
calculated,
very
like a calculated and killing
machine cloak. If not, like he's cutting throats. He's really just he's doing things that are like.
Yeah, he's a meal. He's like a meal. Like to me, I'm imagining a meal from Reach, the skull helmet that gets killed at the end.
Yeah.
I'm imagining a meal, but hell-bent on everything that ever causes him a problem.
Like even if you come into his dwelling or domain or whatever, its body's hanging.
Yeah. Again, just AWOL. Like, don't F with them. We leave him out. Right. We left him out there on purpose. Why are we messing with them?
Well, he's too much.
Yeah.
He's a problem.
And imagine introing that like you come in as a part of Oni. Like, oh my God, you intro it as like you're a part of Oni, you're a regular Spartan.
Right.
Like you're a Spartan too. Like even if they went forward in time now and it's like taking place
maybe
after
it's a new Spartan.
Infinite.
Maybe it's a new Spartan that doesn't have enough war combat under his belt, but he or she is a Spartan, and they see this silhouette of destruction in the Halo universe, and it's like, what, bro? We saw this, he's moving faster. He was the brutality.
Again, that's what I'm saying is in my head. If you just took it's after Halo Infinite now, and you're dealing with Cortana because you don't really know a ton about what's happening now with Cortana because she was trying to kill off humanity and stuff. But imagine like you then fast forward and you have this Spartan who is discharged because maybe he's part of the Spartan program that got blown up by Cortana because she blew up like all of the Spartan.
I like that.
4, I forgot which one. I think it's 4 or 5s.
Yeah.
Blew up that entire like brigade of Spartans that had just been created.
Yeah.
This is one of the guys that survived. He said, F it, I'm not being a part of this anymore.
Right.
Kills a couple of guys accidentally because he's losing his mind, because he's PTSD, whatever it is.
Love it.
Goes off and they're like, hey, we're not going to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
We know stuff happened.
Okay.
We know what you were doing. We're going to discharge you to some place.
Sector, wherever.
And now you're Oni. You're a new Spartan. And you fast forward, again, because you can just use that intro of Cortana.
Mm-hmm.
You fast forward 10 years. You get a call as a Spartan. You're getting sent out on a mission to X planet in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
And now you don't know what the mission is, but you're a Spartan, so it don't matter.
Right.
You're just doing the mission.
Okay.
You walk into this building, and this intro cutscene is just,
bro,
what the fuck is going on?
Bro.
And then that dude getting his shit beat the fuck up by this Spartan that dipped out.
So the Spartan that you're playing as the protagonist,
just for this beginning part, I'm saying that you're being a Spartan to bring you that sensation of being chief again.
Who are you playing as?
I don't know.
Okay.
As the villain, as the AWOL guy. I want a villain. I want a villain. I want an anti-hero. I want a dude who's gonna F up. Yeah, maybe the whole reason Spartans were created was to deal with the rebellion of humans at the beginning.
Sure.
Who Cortana's threatening the entire. She's doing the same thing the Covenant were doing.
Yeah.
Imagine if just a guy was like, yeah, bro, I don't care what you say. I'm doing whatever I want. And again, I'm saying that like you intro as a guy that doesn't look like Chief, but is a Spartan, you can tell.
Sure, it's just intro.
And he's getting and you're controlling him. Because you think you're gonna be the protagonist for the entire time as him, okay? And you get mossed the shit up, bro, by this other guy. Yeah. And then that's the guy you're gonna. I just think of like Abby. I'm thinking Abby Last of Us and stuff. Where my brain went is that type of thing.
Sure.
That would be to me, and it's brutal. It's brutal. You're doing quick time events to try and fight back, and it just. Like
that look convincing, but it's
in the game. Yeah, and the game is coded to where like it's too fast, you can't hit the buttons or whatever. Or if you get really good at it, you can do it at the beginning, whatever it is. But at the beginning, you can press the buttons fast enough. There's no way for you to do it. Okay. But it introduces you to quick time events. You start to understand the game kind of mechanics.
I'm loving it.
And you get fucked up, bro. And then it pans out, and it's just you're dead. You're just a dead Spartan who got effed up by another Spartan.
Are you dead?
Who has trophies?
Would you kill him?
Yeah, kill him.
No, JD.
Kill him.
Come on, man. Really?
Yeah. The intro protagonist guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Because to me, maybe not. You're right. Maybe not.
I wouldn't kill him.
Because to me, there'd be some sense of integrity. I know what you've been through as that other guy. You would understand as the AWOL Spartan fighting the protagonist Spartan.
Hold on. I respect your narrative is no joke, but it's a Spartan. So I think with the Spartan psyche, I think there needs to be a brotherhood. But if they do go ahead clash, I'm so 100% with the approach that you're taking. But I would like for the eventual antihero / protagonist of that experience to show a form of self-control.
Yes. Oh my God. Could you imagine? Oh my God, you're right.
Show some self-control in the sense of let's stop, but the person that's in the seat or in the seat of the protagonist, right? The good guy, the good Spartan, is like driven by his objective.
Yeah.
That I have to die then, right? And this other Spartan says, okay, fine, we're going to meet you halfway then. And you think he's been killed.
But
he doesn't kill him.
Well, and saying, I was thinking, even if you did, he beat the brakes off of him so bad that then that Spartan goes back and is, I don't know how the narrative would drive. Like,
sure,
you could have him go back, like, quote unquote, the last surviving soldier, which he'd be the only one, but goes back and is like, that dude is nuts. That guy is crazy. And then you fast forward, I don't know, 50 years, massive human rebellion. Oh, maybe we should. That Spartan is now massive leader. He's ranked up, whatever. And he's like, I need to go get that guy because I know that he can deal with the rebellion quickly.
And I also like the guy, the idea of this Spartan, this anti-hero, if you will, who's actually leaving his signature across the galaxy, across whatever, where you see the results of this, where this problem that once was no longer is. And how is that? What happened?
Ooh, yeah,
we didn't send anyone out to remedy these situations.
Yeah.
But it's like,
just like, there's a rebellion here. Oh, it got quelled yesterday. Like, what happened?
And then you go there and his fingerprint is all
everywhere. Yeah. And again, if that's the intro, First 2 missions, and you play as the Spartan that's going and fighting, or you go and play as like an Oni officer. So you're not fighting or anything. It's a slow burn to start, but you're an Oni officer who's like, you're just like learning all this stuff, and then it kicks into you pull up, and maybe he doesn't fight. Maybe you pull up as an Oni officer.
That's where I was going to go. Maybe it's an ODST.
That
goes out and it's like, whoa, what?
And it's like, hey, bro, I don't want any mess. I just got sent out here to figure it out. I don't know what's going on.
Or he never actually is confronted. Actually, this anti-hero is watching as a Spartan, is just watching. You know how the Predator is kind of like
is stalking. Yeah.
So this person is in that mode. He's not going to harm this ODST.
Yeah, true.
He knows who it is.
Yeah. But it's no problem. Wasn't causing a problem. Like, he's just there on what he knows. He's there on mission directive to figure out what's going on. Like,
or that Spartan is leaving breadcrumbs intentionally
for the anti-hero, or the anti-hero's leaving breadcrumbs.
Yes. So for some other bigger picture that you don't know about, right?
Yeah, so, which then is later in the game. So again, this idea,
it needs to be so much more than what it is. It's like
it's a whole ass universe, bro.
Yeah, man.
I understand we love Chief, guys. I do too. Gotta leave the fucker behind at some point,
or enhancing.
Or enhance him. Make his experience more fun.
Make his experience more fun. And that it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen by giving him a grapple hook.
No.
Bro.
It's gonna happen by making that dude run through walls and grab elites on the way.
So in Halo 5 Guardians, Locke was able to bust through the little ice. You know, he was able to go through doors. It wasn't. It was like, okay, it's a nice ability.
Yeah.
But it
didn't feel.
I didn't feel powerful.
No.
I didn't feel powerful. Right? I didn't feel like as Master Chief shooting, for example, when I play Halo ODST and I play Halo Infinite, the only real difference in how it felt was the visual expression.
Yeah, the vibe of
Halo, and it's the visually intense fidelity as in comparison to.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's really it.
Yeah, that was my comment on one of the other ones about Reach.
Yeah.
I'm playing multiplayer, and I'm doing the same shit I do in the campaign, which granted they're different, but I'm doing the same shit in Halo Reach's multiplayer as I am as Chief. Right?
Yeah.
There is no difference. Like,
so yeah, man. I mean, and should we go into Halo with Helldivers, that conversation, or
quickly? Let's not go too long because we got a little bit longer of one.
So you made some brilliant points about the fact that, and we still stand on the subject of Halo, but thankfully Sony allowed for Arrowhead to bring Helldivers to Xbox. I think that's a great idea.
Great win for the community.
It's a great win because it's a live service game.
And it's so good. It's so fun.
But then here I'm thinking, you know, this idea, they're Helldivers, right? And you made some amazing expressions to the point of the creative approach as to what can be experienced with that in one of our other podcasts. And you know, this idea that you're hell diving onto a planet, and you mentioned, what would it be like to hell dive onto a Halo ring as a Spartan, right? Or having a Spartan outfit, or maybe they're actual Spartans and you just are pulling a Fortnite and you're bringing these other franchises
entities into that other universe. FPSs and then,
I mean, hey, Sony, have a conversation with Microsoft. Hey, Microsoft, can we have some Covenant opponents? I mean, enemies, right? Where they're doing these things, right? Like, seriously, a Halo-based
Forerunner, throw fucking Forerunner artifacts on the ring, bro. You got to go and collect them before the Covenant do. And then if you fail, the Covenant glass the fucking planet. Like,
bro, you can actually add that to Helldivers.
Yeah.
Now, like, depending on licensing and IP,
how it all works and stuff.
Sure.
Like,
but at the end of the day, man.
But technology wise,
it's in there.
It's not out of the realm of feasible at all.
And what it does is it allows, I would believe, that if you gave us an experience like that in Helldivers, I know right now Helldivers is mostly all cosmetics. Of course, they offered you the Killzone, my favorite shooter franchise of all time. Excuse me. They offered you some of the aesthetics from, you know, the cape and the helmet and the guns. Okay, I'm talking something a little bit more lore heavy, a little bit more.
Yeah, start to develop Helldivers rather than add to it.
Add to it, right? And if you can bring in some Halo influence. Right now, what happens? I'm assuming this. You're now allowing me to say, oh wow, this Halo universe now has bled into this other universe, or this Helldivers universe has bled into Halo in some facet. But now when the next Halo game is coming out, okay, now I have this previous experience by which I'm hell diving. I would think what makes more sense, because they're diving from pods, would be an ODST.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is fine too, because the Helldivers are more in the orientation of just like regular dudes who happen to have really powerful equipment. Like,
exactly. And so working together tactically, right? Helldivers, brilliant in that regard. There's so much that can be done here. With this being just added to Xbox. I think they should go further than just add it to Xbox. Really, because you can do a lot with Halo. Halo needs this help.
Badly. Yeah. Again, what is Halo Studios doing that doesn't?
Okay, what are they doing? We heard rumors that there's the remake for Halo
Combat Evolved, the first one, which is interesting. You've said before you like remake more than a remaster.
I love remakes more than a remaster, because remasters to me are nothing more than a
paint job.
It's not an ambitious paint job. You know, I had a brain freeze recently when we were talking about what's a true remake. And I believe we said that it was the Resident Evil.
Final Fantasy 7.
Sorry, Final Fantasy 7 is a legitimate remake.
Yeah. They took what 16 did, 16 and 15, I believe.
And made that on 7.
And made 7. Yeah, and 7 was up for Game of the Year.
Deservingly.
Yeah, it
was fantastic.
It was ridiculous how good it was.
If they do that with Halo, if you're going to...
But what does that mean? Are they taking Infinite and putting it in Halo Combat Evolved?
But here's the thing. You said this earlier. In Halo Combat Evolved, for the time, you were just walking and it was just open space.
Yeah, vastness.
I'm not giving you $70 for vastness. Or $80 for just vastness to walk around.
Which it'll probably be on Game Pass, to be fair.
Yes, but if Microsoft wants to make money, and I'll just
true. And Halo Studios needs it.
You better put it on PlayStation. You better put it on PlayStation.
Yeah, we're at that point. And again, they're already at that spot of it doesn't seem like they really care too terribly much about it anymore.
They want the console everywhere. That's the mantra.
That's the mindset. Right. So one of those where, to me, I think that's again feasible. I don't think it's crazy to think that they're just at a spot where dude, do something. We said this before. Do something.
Yeah,
we're not doing any. We've been this 5 years.
Halo.
Yeah, when did it?
Infinite?
22, so maybe 4 years, for 3 years, 4 years.
You know, here's the thing. 2022. It's not really, for me, JB, it's not really me wanting a Halo because I've been neglected a Halo experience. I don't want a Halo experience. I want the right Halo experience. I want a Halo experience that makes me say, I want to go back and play that. I played Halo Infinite. I almost did everything you can do in Halo Infinite, right? When you really love a video game and you've really exhausted the experience, you go back.
Yeah.
You go back.
Tsushima for me, Last of Us for me, Uncharted, bro.
Bro,
Skyrim.
When I played BioShock for the first time.
First one?
First BioShock on Xbox 360.
Rapture?
Bro. No, not Rapture. No, yeah. You were in Rapture, yes. I was thinking about Infinite. No, Rapture. My Xbox 360 got a red ring of death.
Shout out that Jesus, dude,
bro. And you
hate that hoe.
I didn't care. Fix my console. I gotta go back to the
finish. Yeah.
And
I think of that game, dude,
bro. So my point is, I want an experience that's done right. It doesn't have to be perfect.
No,
just give me a Halo. We haven't made a Halo. It's a cash grab. Let's throw it out there.
Don't do that, please.
Don't do that.
Just throw an update on Infinite if you're going to do that, dude. Please don't release something.
Don't do that, right? So, yeah, man, I love your ideas.
Even if they say it's in fucking 5 years. Hey, we're making an AOL Spartan based game. All right, when's it come out? 2045. All right, fuck it. I'll be 45 when it comes out, bro.
I'll pre-order it now.
yeah, dude. That type of shit. Just do something. Yeah. Which I think we're both at that spot. I think the community for Halo is that's.
We need something.
Yeah, just give us something. And remake ain't gonna suffice, bro. You ain't gonna release the remake. I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
If they come out with a Halo Combat Evolved remake and it's a true remake and it's made well and it's a remake, but with some sustenance.
It's gotta be a lot.
I'm for it.
It's gotta be a lot though.
Because it's the first one and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
And it's just gotta be a lot to me. It'd have to be so much.
It can't be a little bit better just with a prettier paint job.
No, it's gotta be nuts. Because I want to do the shit we're talking about in the remake. And then I wouldn't give a shit if you remade 2, 3, 4, and 5.
It wouldn't matter at that point.
If you were hey, we're remaking all the games, but they're nuts. All right, cool.
Because see, the more you put out your Halo 5 Guardians, your Halo Infinites, Halo this, Halo that, you're actually diluting the brand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
In my opinion, you're losing it's losing its luster. It's moving further away from its original intention
and that's
of greatness.
The like what I think the comment I made before was that like Chief is on that pedestal with Kratos and Mario, but he's definitely the lowest one on the pedestal now. Like it's not even. And at one point he was bigger. It was Chief and everyone else.
Yes.
Like
yes.
And it's just not that.
At one point, you know, you had Lara Croft who was at the top of the food chain, and then Chief showed up, bro, and it was like, man, if you don't pick her and move her, I love Lara Croft, by the way. And of course, she's not what she was because, you know, games.
Same thing. Yeah.
It's all good. You know, but I'm just saying, you're right. He is in the same breath as the Kratos is Aloy from Horizon and, you know, Geralt from Witcher.
Yeah.
Sure. But he's not positioned where he once was.
No.
By no stretch.
And it's unfortunate.
It's
just unfortunate.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys for stopping by. Again, leave us your comments. Let us know what you guys think, where you guys want Halo to go.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have our opinions on it. Let us know. Sure. Do you like the AWOL idea? Is that I know some of you guys are going to be like, oh, it's so far-fetched. That would never happen. I don't really give a shit. So leave us your comments. Tell us that if you want.
Sure.
But let us know what you guys want to see. Do you guys want to see a new studio take it up? Should Halo Studios be around? I mean, we haven't had it's difficult too because we haven't had anything released from Halo Studios, which granted it's 343, so it's not really different. But like, they branded a Halo Studios, so they didn't think that they had to make a bunch of other games, and now they're Halo Studios. And we saw them when they announced the Halo Studios,
right?
Whatever you want to call that, change to Halo Studios.
Yeah,
we saw them working on Unreal Engine 5. It was a big problem with with Infinite that they were using an engine no one else used. So then it was a problem because it was like, and like nobody knew how to use it. So then you were teaching people firing, teaching people firing. And it was like, this doesn't work.
Sure.
So it'll be interesting. I mean, once they release a game, if the remake, again, maybe they've gotten to a spot where they're like, hey, the remake could be, again, if it's just a leak, we don't know, but
sure, maybe
they're making a remake that is super ridiculous, and maybe they just remake the first one and then they move on from there. I don't know what their plan is. We don't know any of that type of stuff.
Good point.
Phil Spencer doesn't say anything about it either, but it seems like, I mean, at the end of the last one of the showcase, he made a comment about talking about a game that's been with them since the beginning. Everybody thought it was Halo. It ended up just being COD and the announcement for COD. So one of those where the excitement around Halo is still around. But like, tell us what you guys think. Let us know what you guys want to see, because there's so many, again, there's so many avenues, there's so many stories, there's so many short stories, short videos, short movies. Like, we were promised a Halo movie 2 decades ago.
We did get something from Paramount.
Decade ago. Yeah, we did. Which, granted, there are limited scenes that are sick, but the scenes that are sick are pretty nuts, actually.
They're pretty impressive. I just am never going to get over the fact that we saw what John looks like
in the second episode. I think Anthony's having sex with, I forgot, also having sex with people. Yeah, I don't do that. Unfortunate the way they handled that, but immediately got taken out of lore. But yeah, taking off the helmet immediately, it was like,
what are you doing? I don't want to see his face.
Well, yeah, I thought
that's the mystique.
Yeah, like, what are you doing? And I remember after 3, I was like, we're never going to see his face. Yeah.
That's what, anyway.
Whole different conversation of TV adaptations of stuff. But appreciate you guys stopping by, Game Insider and Generational Gamers.
Absolutely.
See you guys in the next one.